Greetings, YouTube model people. How is it going? And welcome to my first episode in 2026 for the ongoing series of Sunday Morning Model Cars and Coffee. Of course, the series created by Paul over at Left Coast Model Car Builds. Left Coast Model Car Builds here on YouTube. And again, thank you, Paul, for the series. This is my Sunday morning model cars and coffee. Don't try to say it too fast, Craig. Episode number 37. And I've been highlighting previous builds in my in these episodes, which I think a lot of people started doing, and then they ran out of builds to show and all that good stuff. So with that being said, I have a handful of builds yet to show you guys. Some are race car, like NASCARs and things, so I don't know, there's kind of whatever. Some like them, some don't. But I also have motorcycles and big rig trucks that I could show you. But I don't know if you guys want to see that, because this is scale model cars, right? Sunday morning model cars and coffee. So let me know below. I mean, I know I've shown pickup trucks, but I kind of classify them more in with cars than big rigs and such. But let me know if you guys want to see motorcycles and big rigs. Because at some point I'm going to run out of models to show you guys that are older, right? That you haven't seen very recently or at all, maybe. So all that jibber jabber aside, yeah, we have a cool one here to show you. And let me go swing the camera around, and we'll give you all the details when we get over there. Happy New Year. Hope you all had a great holiday season. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, this is the 1980s, basically, AMT Ertl Ford Bronco, which I have a question if someone happens to know. As we know, older AMT kits are not known very well for their quality. But I always thought the Ertl kits were even worse. Very thin, flimsy plastic and lots of flash. But again, that's a distant memory in my head. But comment below if you think that used to be the case, that the fact that Ertl kits were pretty not so good to work with. But anyway, so this little guy was built as part of the February 2014. Think about how long ago that is. What is that? 14 years ago? Anyway, whatever it is, 12 years ago? Yeah, 12 years ago. 48-hour group build that I think that Chip Chevy Cheeseburger was still hosting at that time, if I'm not mistaken. And it was built during the time of the Sochi Winter Olympics was ongoing. So I remember that very vividly. And all that good stuff. So I didn't finish this in 48 hours. Not even the truck part. So, there's a full video back on my archive on this project and all that good stuff. And then, of course, once I was done, I built a little base for it, even though this truck is going to end up going in with another vehicle and a boat and a little trailer onto a dilapidated property in the middle of wide open spaces upstate New York, inspired by don't look for that diorama anytime soon. The space you need to have all that come together is massive, which I don't have right now. So I built a couple models for it, this one being one of them, but that's about it. That's about all I've done. And they're ready to go when that all comes together. So something cool that I did, I thought was pretty cool, is I really rusted up this inside engine compartment, because in the diorama, this is going to be sitting in the corner of the property, and the hood is going to be open like this. Or I thought it might even be tossed on the ground, laying like this. Now, I don't want to create a big stir here, or maybe I do. I don't know. The hood here was painted with Rust-Oleum paint, as was the interior. because I wanted like a chili red. I call that chili red, dark chili red color. So that shows you, yeah, if you're looking for super fine, amazing flawless mirror finishes, maybe Rust-Oleum isn't the best, but people mention Rust-Oleum and never use that kind of stuff for model projects or whatever, or that doesn't say never, but they say guard against it. Again, it depends on the application, right? For this application, it worked out perfectly. So that's just a side note. So in here, and I will move the camera, so hang on, guys. I detailed this out. Well, the main thing that I did here differently than I do with Weather and other engines, and this was the first time I tried this, was I had my own steel wool and soaked it in water for I don't even remember how long, to generate and create my own rust. And I do have it still, some left over, but that's why you see a little strand over here. And there used to be more strands, so I'm not sure where they are, but of the steel wool itself, and it just goes in there with everything. So that's how I got that effect, with steel wool. And again, it took some time for that to basically, turn into rust, right? Soaking in water. And I have a little rusting kit that I keep it with. So yeah, anyway, that's all, folks. I'm not going to hold you up too long. Again, I hope you all had a great holiday season. Here we are in a new year, going fast and furious here towards, a lot of great, awesome projects and builds and great community events, I'm sure. So with that being said, we'll talk in a bit. All right, cheers.